Week 5 of the WFL here in Hamilton as we get to see the Hamilton Tiger Cats host the Montreal Alouettes. I'm Jimmy Stevens. Welcome to your local regional game here brought to you in the Hamilton Memorial Stadium. Hamilton 2-2 after a terrible loss to the Saskatchewan Roughriders, where they got ran over by Chris Murray at a tune of 350 yards. They will be facing a pass-happy Montreal Alouettes offense that's 3-1. Just came over a visiting win in Winnipeg against the Blue Bombers of a score of 24-18. Let's get to the coin toss. Tiger Cats have won and have chosen to defer for the second half. So the Alouettes will receive the ball. And we are underway. Kick taken at the 8. Moved to the right side, and he is gang tackled there at the 26. Well, let's introduce you to the Montreal Alouettes quarterback, Jeff Mesner, having himself a fine day with this fantastic passing offense of the Alouettes, throwing for over 300 yards last week. He went 21-28, 3 touchdowns, but he did have 3 interceptions. Started out with his standard set, 2 wide receivers to the right-hand side. And the snap, Mesner makes a little adjustment, throws to the left. Wide open down the left-hand side is Eric France for a first down. Big tight end Eric France with his first catch of the game. Let's introduce you to the rest of the Alouettes offense. Of course, we mentioned Jeff Mesner, running back. We have Ryan White, wide receiver Dave Dawson, wide receiver Paul Trainer, and of course, you just saw big Eric France at tight end. Split back formation. Tiger Cats running 4-3 defense, making a linebacker adjustment here. Handoff is to Ryan White, and he is gobbled up behind the line by defensive back Kevin Davidson. Let's take a look at the Tiger Cats defense. You have defensive end Andrew Seniak. The other end is Derek Burkholder. He leads the league in sacks with 12. Scott Fletcher at linebacker. In the middle, Kevin Davidson we just saw as corner, and Tony Palermo is the other corner. Over the middle, great catch. That's Dave Dawson for a first down. And Montreal is moving the ball. Take a look at linebacker Scott Fletcher. He's key to defending the run here. Didn't have a great game against Saskatchewan, as we stated before, as they got just destroyed by the running of Chris Murray. 3 wide receivers, Mesner, draw play. And that was generic all over it. Great coverage by this Tiger Cats run defense. This is what they're known for. At least they were until last week, where they got ran all over. Let's see if they can get back to what they normally do. Mesner, 2nd and 13 at the 40. 3 wides. Snap, another toss to White on the right side, and he is tackled immediately. That was Fletcher coming in to make the play, and that's what he does so well. He's that run stuffing linebacker that everybody loves to see. Montreal 3-1. They beat the Blue Bombers 28-14 in a pretty good game. They shut down the running game of Chris Curtis in that game. Mesner with 3 wides. Medium drop over the middle. Almost intercepted by the generic corner. Covered great by Kevin Davidson. I believe that's Kevin Davidson. No. Yeah, Malone is the safety. I believe he was covered by Kevin Davidson. 2nd down. Excuse me, 4th down. I'd assume that you're going to look at the Alouettes to punt here, as the kicking game in the WFL can be sketchy at best. due to the generic use of kickers. Punts off. Looks like he's going to let it bounce. Can they get to it in time? My goodness, what a great kick. That really puts the Tiger Cats offense in a bind on the 1 yard line. This could be trouble as the Tiger Cats come out with quarterback Dan Dolman, who last week went for 20 of 32, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, yet there was 2 interceptions. He's thrown for over almost exactly 1 yard less than 1,000 for the season. Let's see how he does today. Single back, 3 wide receivers. Toss to Carter, and that is a safety on the first play of the game. Didn't even get a chance to introduce the defense. That was big Greg Filipov, who we saw have a great game a few weeks ago. Got to wonder what Hamilton was thinking there, going with 3 wides. So now the Alouettes get a chance to improve their lead as we do the old free kick by the punter. There it is, kicked off. Decent kick. Taken at the 25. Spin move, tackled immediately. Still got good starting field position at the 39. Let's see what Montreal can do this time. Alouette's been fairly conservative so far. They're usually a very big run and gun team. But with a 3 wide receiver set once again, split backs. Tiger Cats make an adjustment on the line. Mesner with a quick drop. And it's picked off. That looks like Kevin Davidson going to the house. It is. That is Kevin Davidson's first interception of the year. Great job. Second, excuse me. Great job by him. Look at him. Great coverage. Jumps the route. And he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. And it is instead of that safety causing problems for Hamilton, they have taken the lead off of pick 6. Got to wonder what Mesner was thinking there. All we need is the extra point, which we know so far, I've seen many times already this year in the WFL, is never a gimme, even at the short distances they kick their field goals at. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. So after a safety on their first offensive possession, Hamilton turns around and picks off Jeff Mesner for a pick 6. Great job by Kevin Davidson as they take the lead in a very interesting opening to the first quarter. There we go. Kicks off, taken at the 10. Up the middle. And he gains about 21, we'll say, as Montreal will start a decent field position at the 31. Good return by Kitchen, the generic wide receiver. All right, let's see what the Montreal Alouettes can do here. See if Mesner can atone for his mistake last possession. Once again, 3 wide receivers, 2 split backs. Mesner under center. Quick drop. And he is taken down for a sack. Looks like Andrew Seniak doing a little posing there at the beginning of after that sack. Yes, it was Andrew. That is his, 7th sack of the season. Hamilton doing some good things here on the defensive line, looking to make do for what they did last week. 3 wide receivers again for Alouettes. They seem to like this formation. Another quick drop, quick out to the outside. That's the first time we've called Dave Dawson's name, I believe. The big-time wide receiver for the Alouettes. That's your gold-tiered wide receiver. He's going to be under a lot of scrutiny over there on that side with Tony Palermo covering him. As we see Dave there's Palermo lining up. You'll probably see that matchup most of the day. 3 wides again, split backs. Looks like they might be coming up the middle, and they are. Mesner sees it, reads it. Great catch by Paul Traynor on the left side there. Blanketed by his defensive back. Still made a great catch. Let's watch this again. I believe Traynor was in the slot. 4 black jerseys all around him. Perfect pass by Mesner. And it's a first down for the Alouettes. Mesner starting off hot. Other than that interception, he's been doing well. 2 wide receivers, split backs. Mesner doesn't like what he sees. He's going to change the play as there are 7 men. 8 men in the box. Hamilton's brought the safety down. Mesner with a quick drop. Quick slant. Caught by Traynor. That is another first down. Gets a great jump on that ball. Got away from the tackle by Davidson. Let's watch this again. Good adjustment by the Alouettes. Quick slant. Got Davidson all turned around. Missed the tackle. Good thing for the safety, or that would have gone to the house. First down, Alouettes at the Hamilton 31. Hamilton still crowding that line of scrimmage. Dropped both safeties back this time. 3 wide receivers. Split backs. Mesner short drop. Over the middle. And that is caught by Dave Dawson for another Montreal first down. They're putting down a very successful string of first downs here. Marching the ball down the field on Hamilton's defense. Maybe it's time for Hamilton to think about the blitz. 3 wides again. Mesner still under center. Medium drop. Oh, he's feeling the pressure. And they are not going to call that a sack. That would be a run. He made a pass along the scrimmage for 2. Look like the pressure was put on by Derek Burkholder. Burkholder putting up some fantastic sack numbers this year. Last week he had 2 sacks along with 3 tackles. He, as I said before, leads the league in sacks with 12. Hamilton crowding the line. Mesner quick drop, quick out. That is caught by, looks like Eric France. Or was that Paul Traynor? Eric France, the tight end, big tight end. 3rd and 4. This is a manageable 3rd down. Hamilton's really showing blitz a lot in this game so far. 7 in the box. Short drop by Mesner over the middle. That is caught by Dave Dawson. And Montreal has answered the pick 6 with a score of their own. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was dropped. I thought it was caught. Excuse me. So the Alouettes will have to settle for a field goal to get a hockey score going on, 7-5, assuming they make this kick, which is not a good assumption here in the WFL. Let's see what happens here. Hold is low. Snap is low. Hold is good. And the kick is good. So Hall saving what should have been a touchdown, and I don't know how Dave Dawson didn't catch that to get at least 3 on that. Hamilton should be happy. They did not give up a touchdown. Alouettes are a very wide open offense. Might stretch the limits of Hamilton's defense, which is more built for the run game. There's the kick. Taken at the 12. Up the middle. A little off to the right. Good starting position at the 33 for the Tiger Cats. So out comes the Tiger Cats for their second possession. They actually haven't touched the ball since that safety on the second play of their first play of their possession. So let's see what the Tiger Cats can do. As they stand, Dolman steps the line. 3 wide receivers to the right. Carter offset to the left. Alouettes showing blitz back off. Quick out to Andrew Van Kooten for a gain of 4. So let's look at the rest of the Hamilton offense. We never got that far. We have halfback Brian Carter, wide receiver Iron Bosnick. We just saw the other wide receiver, Andrew Van Kooten. It's not the most potent attack. It's about the middle of the league for passing and rushing. They're more of a balanced offense. We see 2 tight ends, 2 Dolmans left, single back. That's Carter up the middle. He's broken through, breaks a tackle, and he's down to the 38, 39, they're saying, of Montreal. Great run by the Tiger Cats up the middle. This is how they run the ball. This is what they do. Up the middle runs. Look at that hole. Nobody to tackle him until he gets to the 39. I believe that was, yes, it was, middle linebacker Craig Gray with the tackle. 1st and 10. Hamilton 2 tight ends. Another handoff to Carter. Breaks the tackle, spin move, and up to the 34, gain of 5. Hamilton trying to establish that run early. Let's look at the Montreal defense. We got a defensive tackle, Big Greg Filipoff. We saw him already as he had the safety. Linebacker Johnny Hosevar, middle linebacker Craig Gray, and star corner Joe Hosevar, a.k.a. Goat Island. 2 wides, single back, Dolman stretch, draw play, and Greg Filipoff was all over that one. Nothing doing there. Filipoff has been a force so far this year in the WFL. And once again, he shows why. 3rd and 8. See what Dan Dolman here can do. 3 wides, 4 wide receivers, single back. Dolman under center. Quick drop over the middle. And that is not going to be enough for a 1st down. Throw to the generic wide receiver in the slot for a 4th and 2. This should be interesting to see if Hamilton, what they do. If they punt, do they dare try a field goal from this range? You're pretty safe bet you're missing it. Looks like they're coming out to run a play. No, yet they're going to try the field goal. This is always risky, even inside the 20, let alone outside the 25. This I don't see this going very well. There's the kick. The snap was good. And it is good. Kickers showing off their feet today. 48 yards. Very rare you see a kick like that from a generic. Sean Johnson. Right up through the middle. Just enough. And we have a 10-5 game. As Hamilton's about to kick the ball off. And it's off. Taken at the 12. Up the middle they come. Off to the left. Jukes a player. Oh, does not get away on that juke. Thought he had him beat. But the generic makes the tackle for the 1st down. Montreal on their own 24. 2 minutes left. A little over 2 minutes left in the quarter. Haven't seen much of this vaunted Alouettes high-flying offense. They've been pretty close to the vest with a lot of short plays. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs. They've been using this formation quite a bit today. Tiger Cats in the nickel. Looks like they're press coverage. Deep drop by Mesner. Throw to the left, and it is caught. Is that the Paul Trainer again in the slot? They seem to like this matchup they have. Paul Trainer in the slot against the generic. See, runs I believe it's just a corner. Yeah, a little corner route. It's Kevin Davids actually on the coverage that he beat. And the generic safety or corner, I'm not sure which that is, comes over to assist Davison with the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Montreal. Come out again in this 3 wide receiver, 2 back set. Hamilton looks like they're going to be blitzing up the middle. Fletcher, no, he backs out of it. They run the ball with Ryan White for little to 3 guards, we'll call that, for a 2nd and 7. Even I think last week against the Rough Riders was more of an anomaly than anything else. Tiger Cats are not known for giving up a lot of runs. A lot of guys in the box here. Quick drop over the top. Great catch by Trainer, and he is caught by Davidson. My goodness. They are exploiting Davidson to some degree, the Alouettes. They must have seen something on tape about Davidson. They've been picking on him all day. Quick drop, deep throw, one-handed grab. Good job by Davidson to save the touchdown. You got to question, where was he on the coverage? First and goal in the Hamilton 8. Alouettes threatening. Once again, 2 backs, 3 wide receivers. Hamilton press coverage. Quick drop by Mesner over to the left. Wide open is Dawson. And that is a touchdown for the Alouettes. I don't know what's going on in Hamilton's secondary today. They are just getting torched. Watch this. To the left, there is literally no one around him. It looks like it was Palermo. I don't know if he missed an assignment or if he thought he had help. Did not look like good coverage there. And now with this kick, that'll make a 12-10 game for the Alouettes. Snap is good. Kick is good. We have a 12-10 game. I'm starting to wonder that maybe the Tiger Cats defense is taking a little bit of a hit to their libido since giving up all those rushing yards to Chris Murray last week, and it may have affected how they're playing the game today. Kick is up. Taken at the 9, coming up the middle. And he is swamped at the 28, they're saying. First down, Hamilton. Let's see if they can answer the call put up by the Alouettes. Dan Dolman and company coming out for the third possession. First possession didn't go too well as they had a safety. Second one, they marched it down for a field goal. As Dolman comes out behind center with 2 tight ends to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Looks like Montreal's going to blitz. They do not. Carter gets swallowed up at the line. They're not even going to give him any progression on that. 2nd and 10 for the Tiger Cats. Again, sticking with that run game, trying to keep a balanced offense is what they tend to do, unlike the high-flying offense of the Alouettes. Ball control is more their game. And that is the end of our first quarter. 12-10 Alouettes in the visiting Hamilton. But we'll be right back. Let's go. 2nd and 10 on the 28 of Hamilton. Hamilton going from the right to the left in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers, Dolman under center. Carter to his right. Nickel defense for the Alouettes. Deep drop by Dolman. Over the middle. That is almost intercepted as he threw into all kinds of coverage there. I don't know what he was looking at, but Dolman, we've seen this quite a bit this year from Dolman where he's making some questionable decisions. I don't know if he thinks his arm's just that good. He's lucky there, 3rd and 10. There had to be about 4 white jerseys around Bosnick at the time. He was the intended target. Haven't heard from Bosnick really much yet today. He tends to be their deep threat. Bunch formation to the right. Dolman doesn't like what he sees. Montreal making an adjustment. Deep drop by Dolman. Pump fake. And he's going long. Intercepted. That is a generic defensive back. Free safety. Dolman thrown into where there's 3 wide receivers. I don't think he got enough on it. I think he wanted the deep ball to Van Kooten, and instead he got the short one, and it got intercepted. Not the way the Tiger Cats wanted to start the second quarter. Handing the balls off to Montreal in a decent field position, good field positioning. 2 deep, 3. I made a mess of that. Mesner stepping back. Quick drop. Boys one sack. Keeps on moving. He's going to make a rush, and he has gotten a first down. What a play by Jeff Mesner. Good stuff. Mesner under all kinds of pressure. I think it was Burkholder that he got away from the sack. Not much of a runner, but good job for scramble for a first down. Here we go. There's the same wide receiver, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs that we've seen all game. Mesner with a deep drop and a short throw off to Ryan White. Gets to the tackle, and he gets 8 to the Hamilton 34. Interesting decision there. I guess he didn't like what he saw downfield, so Mesner throws it short. Picks up 8 yards. Big formation. Hamilton's got 9 in the box. Ryan White with the carry and a first down, gain of, it looks like 2 to the Hamilton 31. This was something that we saw last week where the Alouettes found themselves a running game they didn't know they had with Ryan Wright. I don't know if they're going to continue to go to that, as that's not really their forte. 2 backs. And their tackle at the 29. A loss, or sorry, 32, a loss of 1. Great tackle there by the generic linebacker getting into the backfield. Alouettes 2nd and 11. Three wide receivers. Split back, same formation once again. Nickel defense by the Tiger Cats. Mesner with the toss to White. White is going nowhere as he is tackled at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11. I don't know if Montreal will be able to run like they did, like the Saskatchewan Roughriders did, or as Montreal did last week in their game against the Blue Bombers. This is a different defense, built for the run. 3 wides. Mesner with a quick drop. Over the middle, wide open is Dave Dawson again. Gotta wonder where the coverage was on that one. It was 3rd and long. How does a guy get that deep and that wide open? Post route, nobody covering the middle of the field. And Dawson scampers in for a touchdown. 18-10. It'll be 19 with a extra point, assuming that they make it. And the vaunted Alouettes offense is starting to show its teeth once again. Putting up 14 straight points via the touchdown pass. Hold is low. Kick is good. That one was pretty close to being blocked. And the Montreal Alouettes go up 19-10 with just under 9 minutes left in the first half. Hamilton needs to start getting something going here. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. This isn't a team that you want to get into a shootout with, the Alouettes, because they will put you under the bus and stomp on the accelerator. Taken at the 7. Going up the right side, and he is taken down at the 27. They're going to say was his forward progress. And out comes Dan Dolman. He of the 999 yards prior to today's game for the first 4 games of the season. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'll have to add 1 interception to that now as he's up to 5. See if he can make up for what he did last drive. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, single back Clark to the left of Dolman. Draw play. Carter gets going. He is onto the right side. Taken down after 6 yards. He almost broke that one loose. Real close to breaking that one loose on the toss to the right-hand side. Two tight ends again. Carter directly behind Dolman this time. Montreal all over the line of scrimmage. Quick drop. Dolman going deep. I don't know what happened there. That looked like Van Kooten pretty much gave up on the route and almost gave the interception away. Covered by Goat Island himself, Joey Hocevar. Watch this. Joey gets his hand in there with a great deflection. It almost looked like right there. He stumbled, I see. He didn't let up. He stumbled on the route. It's just great coverage right there by Joey Hocevar. Trying to make a trip to Goat Island, and it did not work. Trips left. One tight end on the right, Dolman. Carter directly behind him. Quick drop. Dolman over the middle. That is caught for a first down. That looked like, yes, it was Ivan Bosnick. Not really known for his over-the-middle play. He's usually the deep guy. Good play, though, for a first down. Sometimes you just have to do what you need to do to keep the plays going. Hamilton comes out with 4 wides. Dolman under center. Carter to his right. Dime defense by the Alouettes. It's a draw play. Carter gains, they're saying none. That sure looked like 2 or 3 yards to me. Got to question the ball marking on that one. It sure looked like it was a couple yards, but officials say no. 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends to the left. 2 wide receivers. Carter immediately behind Dolman. Looks like the Alouettes are coming. Barter toss to the outside. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Was that? No, that's a generic safety coming up to make the tackle. Hamilton in 3rd and long. Do they have the firepower, and does Dolman have the confidence to make this throw to get them their first down? Hamilton in the bunch to the right. Bosnick by himself to the lower part of the screen, and Carter in the background. Medium drop by Dolman over the middle, the deep left side, sorry. And that is what Ivan Bosnick is paid to do. Taken down at the 29. Great play by the Tiger Cats, just what they needed. Dolman put this one on a dime. Watch this. Let it loose. Nobody was getting that ball but Bosnick. And they took a chance on Goat Island and succeeded. Very rare to see that. Joey Hocevar with the coverage. Hamilton comes out 4 wide this time. Maybe they're trying to spread it out. Dolman under center. Takes a snap, quick drop. Quick out, almost intercepted. My goodness. This Jameric defensive back has been all over the place today, making play after play after play, almost an interception for a pick 6. Just to remind everybody, the Alouettes run a 3-4 defense, one of the 3 teams in the league that does. So it's a different look for Dolman to look at today. 2 tight ends, Dolman under center. Deep drop, throws to the outside. Caught by Van Kooten for a gain of 4. Makes it a more 3rd and manageable. See if Dolman can do something with this play. 3rd and 6 on the 24. Be interesting to see what the Alouettes would do here if they blitz or if they drop back into zone. I would think it looks to me like they're pulling back into zone. 4 wide receivers for Dolman. Medium drop. Lots of time over the middle, and that is dropped by the generic wide receiver in the middle. I believe that's his 2nd drop of the game already. Dolman's going to be not happy about that as they try for another field goal. 4th and 6 at the 24, so this would be a 41-yard field goal. He's already made a 48 today. Maybe that'll help his confidence. As we all know, the generic kickers, everything is unpredictable, particularly if you're outside the 20-yard line. Kick is up, and it is good. Hamilton's kicker is on fire today. This is rare stuff from a WFL kicker. It's high as you can see, was a high snap. And the holder managed to get it down in time. Didn't screw up the timing of the kicker. And now he has made one of 48 and 41 yards. Kind of rare in the WFL. But I'm sure Hamilton is glad to have it. Only down by a score. Now they need to keep the Montreal defense or offense at bay. See if they can get a 3-and-out here. It would be very crucial for the Hamilton offense. Taking at the 10. Coming up the middle. And he is swarmed at the 29. They're going to say his progress is stopped. And out comes Jeff Mesner again. Got 2 touchdowns already. And a pick 6 against him. Let's see if they come out and run the ball like they did last week with Ryan White, or do they keep going with this passing offense? Which is what they are known for. 3 wide receivers. 2 back split. Mesner under center. Handoff. That's White. And he gets drilled as he crosses the 37. Great hit by the generic linebacker there. Gave Ryan White a little what for. 2nd and 3. Fletcher showing blitz up the middle. See if they make an adjustment. No, toss to the outside. Ryan White tries to juke a tackler. Great tackle by Kevin Davidson. He's been a tackling machine today. His coverage hasn't been great, but he's definitely made the tackles when he's need to. 3rd and 2, Montreal. Very manageable too. Looks like they're going to a large formation here. Big set. 2 tight ends. Mesner with a quick drop, scrambles around the outside, and he throws it away. What an interesting decision. He was literally at the line of scrimmage. All he had to do was fall forward, and he had a 1st down. I'm sure their coach is questioning that one. What was Mesner thinking on that one? He was literally at the 1st down marker, and he threw the ball away. Forcing the Alouettes a punt, which is what the Tiger Cats needed. Here's the punt. Looks like a good one. Hamilton decides to return it, and he goes nowhere. Gain of maybe 2, possibly 3. Hamilton gets the ball at their own 30. This is what the Hamilton offense needed. A stop by the defense. Now let's see if they can make some do with this opportunity. Dan Dolman coming up to the line of scrimmage. Not a bad day passing. Decent. 2 tight ends to his right. Clark to his left. Quick snap. Quick out. Caught by Bosnick for a gain of 6. A little quick out route play. Gives him 6. And Bosnick is starting to show up. Hadn't heard from him earlier in the game. Now he's made a deep ball. This nice little out route. He probably could have got a couple more yards. 2nd and 6, or 2nd and 4, excuse me, for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Bosnick, the smaller and faster of the 2 wide receivers. Van Kooten is more the possession type and jump ball quarter or wide receiver. He's in the slot. Quick drop by Dolman. Questionable decision there. I'm not sure exactly who he was throwing it to. Apparently Bosnick really wasn't anywhere near the area. Gotta wonder what he was thinking. We've seen that a lot from Dolman this year. He makes some questionable decisions sometimes. Crucial 3rd down here. 3rd and 4. 3 wide receivers. 1 tight end. Toss to Carter. Does not get, he only gets a yard. Gotta wonder what Hamilton's OC is thinking on that one. We've seen that a few times this year in the few games we've covered. Hamilton makes these 3rd and 4s where they decide to run the ball, where most teams just don't do that anymore in this league. And it isn't catching anybody off guard. Good stop by the Alouettes. Oh, that one was almost blocked. Going to return it. He had a hole, but he decided to do a spin move instead of just going to the hole. On the Montreal 28 comes out Jeff Mesner, and this potent Alouettes offense haven't been that potent today. They've been trying to mix it up a little. I think they have that newfound running game they found with Ryan White 2 weeks in a row. Thinking about doing it again. 3 wide receivers. Split backs. Mesner under center. Hamilton in the nickel. Hand off to White up the middle. Spin move. Tackled by Fletcher immediately. Gain of 4. Good job by the Tiger Cats. Mesner with a good day so far. 130 rating. 206 yards in the first half alone. There's still just under 3 minutes to play. 2.5 minutes roughly. Linebackers making an adjustment by Hamilton. Looks like they're coming. Oh, they drop out of it. Mesner with a quick drop over the middle. And that is caught. Is that the generic? No, that's Dave Dawson over the middle. A little in route, maybe as a quick slant for a first down Montreal as we come up to the 2-minute warning. You'd like to see if Montreal decides to run a play or not. Looks like they're going to run a play. They do get one off before the 2-minute warning. Wow, that wasn't even close. Mesner missed his guy by quite a bit there. As we come to the 2-minute warning, Hamilton down 13-19 against the Alouettes. We'll be back. Here we go. 2nd and 10. 2-minute warning. Alouettes come out 3 wides. Nickel defense for the Tiger Cats. Bringing 4. Mesner over the middle. Great catch. Is that Eric Frank? No, that is Dawson again. Having himself a fine day. Brings the Alouettes up to Hamilton 44. 1st and 10. Letting the clock run. No hurry up. Alouettes are in no rush. See Scott Fletcher starting to question this pass defense. Nickel defense for the Tiger Cats. Mesner steps back, quick drop. Outside to Ryan White. And he is tackled immediately, kept in bounds. That was Derek Burkholder, along with Tony Palermo, I believe, getting tackled in there. 2nd and 6. Alouettes do not show any urgency here, letting the clock run. 105 as Mesner steps underneath the center. 3 wide receivers, 2 at the split pass. Hamilton in the nickel again. Quick drop by Mesner over the middle. I don't know if that almost hit the referee and it almost got intercepted. That was just a mess right from the beginning. 3rd and 6 at the Hamilton 40. You think if they make a first down here, they'll probably use their first timeout. Mesner stepping in the line. 3 wide receivers, 2 split backs again. Hamilton the nickel. Off the ball a bit. Hamilton. Quick drop by Mesner. Throws it outside. I don't know, is that Ryan White? I believe it is. Short of the 4th. First down, excuse me. Gain of a yard. And Hamilton's going to let the clock run. Curious decision here. Oh, excuse me. Montreal took a timeout with 50 seconds left. Curious decision there. As they're setting up for a 4th and 5, they're going to go for it. Don't trust their kicking game here, I guess. Or is Mesner trying to... No, he does. Takes the snap. Quick out. And not good enough on the... It is a first down. They're calling another first down? First down Hamilton. My mistake. Didn't think so. Dave Dawson with the catch, but he just did not make the markers. You got to run that route to the markers. This is a yard short. Palermo's all over him. Hamilton has a chance to make up some points here. 47 seconds. Let's see what Dolman can do and this, see if they spread it out or if they just decide to run the clock out. Looks like they're in a running formation. 2 tight ends to the left. Dolman with a quick snap. Quick out. Throws it to Carter behind the line. He's tackled I believe that was Johnny Hocevar this time. Joey's older brother. And it is 2nd and 11. Looks like Hamilton's content to run the clock out here. No, they took a timeout. My mistake. Dolman coming to the line. Under center. 3 wide receivers. Carter in behind directly. Alouettes in the nickel. Dolman with a deep drop. Pump fake. Tries to get away from the rush. He cannot do that. Was that big? No, it was not. I thought that might have been big Greg Philippoff, but no, it was a generic defensive tackle. Looks like Hamilton's going to let the clock run. I would expect them to run some sort of running play here, as it looked like they were taking their shot. Dolman couldn't get away from the pass rush. Trips or bunch formation. Dolman, medium drop, runs to the right, over the middle, and almost intercepted again. It's about the 4th or 5th time we've seen Dolman throw into some really heavy coverage. Taking a chance on Goat Island. We watched Joey go to the middle of the field. No, that was that looked like that. Was that Joey? No, that was a safety. Knocked that ball down. Joey Hocevar come over at the very end, but I didn't think that was his coverage. As Hamilton comes to kick the ball with 9 seconds left. Essentially ending the half. You got to expect the Alouettes probably won't run much more than a running play. Snaps decent. That's a good punt. 4 seconds even the hang time, and he is tackled immediately at the 39. 1 second to go. You're either going to see some victory formation or possibly a throw or a running play, I would think, from the Alouettes. But they are chance takers, so you never know. You might see the old rope-a-dope. No, you don't. Victory formation, they're just going to take a knee and go into the locker room at the halftime. Oh, draw play to White, and he is taken down at the line of scrimmage. That will end the half with the visiting Alouettes up 19 to the Hamilton Tiger Cats 13. We will see you after the highlight show. And welcome back to the second half of this regional game of the East Division rivals. The Montreal Alouettes leading the division at 3-1. Hamilton in third place at 2-2. Kickoff to the Tiger Cats. Taken at the 9 up the middle. And he is stopped at the 27, they're saying. So Dan Dolman and company come out. They had a chance to tie up this game. Just couldn't get the ball moving. Let's see if they can do something here in the second half. See what kind of adjustments they made in the locker room. Against this Montreal defense has pretty much stymied them, as you saw the stats at halftime. Jeff Mesner having a fantastic day, over 230 yards. Dan Dolman, not so much. Deep drop by Dolman. Clark picks up the blitz. And that is caught by Van Kooten over the middle for a gain of 4. It's a great blitz pickup there by Brian Carter. The Alouettes were bringing the safety. Here we go. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Trips right, or left, excuse me. Dolman under center. Nichols for the Alouettes. Brian Carter taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That was generic. I believe that was a generic linebacker coming through the hole, taking him down behind the line for 3rd and 8. They're definitely going the wrong direction. Hamilton comes out, bunch formation. Bosnick by himself on the top of the screen. Brian Carter to the right of Dolman as he's under center. Drop back. Dolman over the middle. That is almost intercepted. Craig Gray was right there. Once again, you got to question Dolman's decision making. Like, Craig Gray was right there. I don't know if he didn't see him or he wasn't expecting him to be there or what happened, but once again, Hamilton is punting. Kick is off. Looks like a good one. Alouettes take a chance on the return. Gets away from one, spins to the other. Gains about 8 to the Montreal 43. And out comes this high-powered Alouettes offense. As you saw at the halftime, they have pretty much doubled the time of possession over Hamilton. And it shows as Mesner once again having a Jeff Mesner type day. Almost 240 yards in the first half alone. 3 wide receivers, 2 split backs. Mesner under center. Quick drop. Gets hit as he throws. Still gets it off. And that was generic wide receiver with the catch. Almost a lucky throw. Almost like Mesner was just trying to get rid of it so he wouldn't get sacked. Good. Still got it off. 2nd and 4. There it is there, 242 yards. Mesner having a fantastic day. They've been using this formation pretty much exclusively all day. Looks like Fletcher's shown blitz. Backs out of it. Oh, there he comes again. Great catch by Dave Dawson on the quick out. Gets him a first down. That was about 5 yards, and they only needed 4. So 1st and 10 Montreal at the Hamilton 47. Hamilton defense has got to wonder what in the world is going on. Last week they get ran over by Chris Murray. This week they're getting thrown all over the place by Jeff Mesner. Mesner with a quick drop. Scrambles to the right. Throws over the middle. Great catch. That was Eric France. Wide open in the middle of the field. Great throw by Mesner. Watch this as he scrambles a little to the left, feels the pressure, then he throws it over. If he had made a more accurate throw, that may have been a touchdown. Great job by France to make an adjustment in the air on that throw. Once again, 3 wide receivers. Hamilton in press coverage. Nickel formation. Mesner with a deep drop. Pressure coming. Oh. How in the world did Paul Traynor make that catch? He was draped all over him by Tony. I think that was Tony Palermo with the coverage. He draped all over him. 2nd and 6. Once again, Montreal threatening. 28, Mesner having his usual fine passing day. They've been in love with this formation all game, Mesner. Out to Ryan White. He takes it for a loss. So they go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 7. Nobody really around White. There was no reason for him to go out of bounds there. I'm sure he's going to get a little tongue lashing from the coaching staff when he gets back to the bench. Star linebacker Scott Fletcher's got to be wondering what in the world is going on with this defense today. Looks like he's showing blitz. Is he going to come this time? Last time he bailed out. And he is. Mesner moves in the pocket, throws it to the left. He had an open receiver there. Dawson was open, but I think Hamilton's pressure got to him a little sooner than he would have liked. Couldn't put that ball where he wanted to for the touchdown. So 4th and 7. Out comes the Montreal kicker for a 46-yard field goal attempt. See if he can match the Hamilton kicker, who had a 48er. Low snap. Kick is up. And it is good. We are actually seeing some decent kicking performances today by the generic kickers. This is an anomaly, not the norm. 22-13 for the Alouettes. And here we go. Kick is away. Returnable at the 6. Makes some room to the right. Spin move up the middle. Spurkin through tackle. Making it up to the 49. Great return by the Tiger Cats. That gives Dolman some excellent field position to start this drive. Let's hopefully see if he can make something happen. The generic returner takes it up to 7. Watch this as he breaks to the right. Spin move through. Breaks the tackle there. Almost took it to the house. Good job by the Hamilton special teams. See if they can make something of it for the offense. Brian Carter, 2.5 yards a carry. That's about what he did last week as well, if I believe. Hamilton with a single back. Short drop, quick slant, and dropped by a generic tight end. That's what you get when you're throwing to the generics. More often than not, it's not going to get caught. It's probably going to get dropped. Hamilton needs to open up, get the ball to those wide receivers a little more. Big formation. No, excuse me. 2 tight ends to Dolman's right. Alouettes shifting to that side. Toss to Carter to the left. Breaks one tackle, but he isn't going to get away from big Greg Philippoff, the defensive tackle, as he takes Carter down for a gain of 2. 3rd and 8. He would have been home free, but he had to get away from the big defensive tackle, Greg Philippoff. He's been a tackling machine this year. There he is there, loading up over center. 4 wide receivers, Dolman under center, Carter to his left. Dime formation for the Alouettes. Dolman with a medium drop. And he gets taken down. I believe that is Greg Philippoff. Yes, it is. Doing what he does, pushing the pocket from the middle. As you can see here, spin move from the big man. Takes Dolman down. Not much pocket awareness there. 4th and 13, another bunt by the Tiger Cats. Decent snap. Oh, that was almost blocked by the Alouettes. He's going to return it. A little shift. Tries to spin through. Nowhere to go. He's taken down at the 20. 6 minutes, 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Out comes Jeff Mesner in this high-powered Alouettes offense. Only 22 points, but they have been dominating the time of possession. Marching up and down the field at will. Just haven't really punched it in the end zone like as much as I thought they would. Tiger Cats shift. Mesner doesn't like what he looks at, so he's changing the play to a draw. Ryan White gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe for a loss, but they're saying he did make it to the line. I don't know what play was called, but definitely wasn't the one to audible to, that's for sure. Ryan White carried the ball 89 times for 326 yards this year. Toss to the outside to White. Breaks it back inside. Gets tackled at the 23 by the generic linebacker. I don't know why he cut it back inside. He should have stayed outside. 3rd and 7. White has had 89 carries for 326 coming into this game. 1 touchdown and 20 catches. They do like to use White out of the backfield as a receiving threat. 3 wide receivers for Mesner. Nickel defense, they're playing way off the ball. Deep drop by Mesner. Shuffles to his right into the sack. Was that Andrew Seniuk? I believe it was. No, my mistake. It was the defensive tackle. Breaks through 2. Seniuk was there to clean up. He may get credit for half a sack there. And Montreal will have to punt. Seniuk and Derek Burkholder are the primary sack holders. Burkholder way out in front on the team and in the league. He's ahead of John Henrington, who has 11. Derek Burkholder, that is. Going to return it. Doesn't go anywhere. I don't even think he got a yard on that return. Might as well just called for the catch. Hamilton comes back out. Dan Dolman. And this Hamilton offense, Ivan Bosnick, Hamilton's yardage leader, 29 catches, 478, and 4 touchdowns for the season. Andrew Van Kooten with 20 catches, 360, and 3 touchdowns. Got to get that offense going. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Dolman with a medium drop. Over the middle. Intercepted. Taking a chance on Goat Island, and once again he has drowned. No, that was my mistake. That is the generic safety. I believe that's his 2nd pick of the game, the generic safety. Dolman had the right idea. He just didn't throw it far enough. Safety undercut it. 2nd interception for Dolman for today. Not a good way to start out. Out comes Mesner and the Montreal offense. Bosnick's wondering what in the world is going on. Hamilton crowding the line. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Mesner with a quick drop, and he gets taken down as he's trying to throw. The generic defensive tackle, Williams, putting on the pressure again. He's already got a sack today. Almost had 2. Mesner, 82 for 120 for 1,108 yards, 10 touchdowns, along with 8 interceptions. I believe he is 2nd in passing yards. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 1st or 2nd. Steps back, medium drop, quick out. Caught by the generic wide receiver. Yes, it was generic wide receiver for a 1st down. Montreal's on the move once again. They're starting to get into rhythm. It's not what Hamilton wants. Dave Dawson having himself another wonderful day. Last week he was 10 for 150 and a touchdown. I think he's pretty close up there today. Hamilton looks like they're double covering the slot. Once again, Hamilton getting pressure. Andrew Seniuk this time just didn't get the sack. I think they're just going to call that an incomplete pass, but Seniuk was right in his face. Good pressure by the Hamilton front 4. Montreal in their win over the Blue Bombers, Paul Traynor was really not a factor as he only had 2 catches for 43 yards, no touchdowns. He has 20 catches and 497 for the year. 2 touchdowns, Paul Traynor does. Hand off to White. He goes nowhere. Derek Burkholder was all over that. He pushed his tackle right into Ryan White, forced him to the left of Derek Burkholder for the tackle. It's 3rd and 11 at the Montreal 38. Definite passing situation here. This is where Seniuk and Burkholder pin their ears back. Shifting the line to the right. Mesner with a medium drop. Throwing deep. Almost intercepted. I don't know if that was dropped or if Kevin Davidson came over and made the play. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Davidson. That wasn't Davidson. That was the generic corner. Made the play. Davidson almost got the ricochet. 4th down. Montreal will punt. Kevin Davidson last week, 8 tackles. He's got 20 on the season with 1 pick now, 2 as he made 1 today. He's more of a tackling corner than a pickoff machine. His counterpart, Tony Palermo, 3 tackles last week. He's more of a coverage guy. He's got 20 tackles and 2 picks at the beginning of today's game. Turn, gain of maybe 2 at the Hamilton 26. Dolman and company will come out and try again. See if they can march the ball down the field as we take a look at the Alouettes defense. Big Greg Filipoff last week, 6 tackles, 2 sacks. For the year, he has 20 tackles and 5 sacks. I believe he's in 3rd place. 3rd or 4th place for sacks. Definitely the most by a tackle. Bunch formation for Dolman. Hand off to Carter to the left. He's got a big hole. And he gets swallowed up. That hole closed in a hurry. Looked like a big hole, and then magically it just collapsed on Carter. He only got a gain of 2 there. It looked like he was going for the distance. Dolman with 3 wide receivers over the middle. Almost intercepted again. He's had a lot of passes knocked down today. It probably should have been picked off. Dolman is not having a good day accuracy-wise. 3rd and 8 at the Hamilton 28. They need to start making some hay here with only just over 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Andrew Van Kooten going to be in the slot, it looks like. Bosnick right beside him. Bunch on the left. Generic down here at the bottom by himself. Dolman under center. Dolman with a deep drop. Over the middle. Caught by Ivan Bosnick. Misses 1 tackle, then gang tackled at the Montreal 44. Great play. That's what Ivan Bosnick does. Those deep balls. Watch this throw. There he is in the slot. Little post. Good catch. Spins away from 1 tackle, but then the gang tackle among them, Greg Gray, making the tackle. Big Greg Gray, middle linebacker. 6 tackles last week. He has 31 for the season. No sacks. Much like Fletcher, he's more of a run defender. Dolman doesn't look like he likes what he sees. He's going to make a change. 2 tight ends to the right. Dolman with a deep drop. Nice throw. And once again, generic tight end letting Dolman down. That's about the 3rd or 4th drop, I believe, today by the generics for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Probably cost them a couple first downs and definite yardage. Dolman's not having a good day. Dolman, 85 of 134 for 999 yards this year. Got Brian Carter behind him, who's got 387 out of 91 carries. And a fumble. Dolman with a quick drop, steps up at the park and makes a throw to Bosnick. Gets away from 1 tackle. 2nd tackle takes him down at the 32. Very risky throw by Dolman there. That was almost intercepted. I don't think that was Joey Hocevar, but if it was, he got away with it. Dolman, sensing the pressure, moved. Very interesting. Let's see what Hamilton does here. They've down 2 tight ends. Alouettes shifting around. Dolman with a quick drop. Throw it to the tight end. Finally, the generic tight end makes a catch for Dolman. He's been throwing to them all game long. to no avail. 2nd and 1 at the Montreal 23, gain of 9. Traditionally, this is where Hamilton will run a run play. Love to see a play action, I think. As Montreal is just, look at all the people around the line of scrimmage shifting over. Now they're shifting back. Looks like they're coming. And they are, and they stop that dead cold. Big Greg Filipoff, and along with the generic all over that run play. Hamilton a little predictable here. Not what you want to see 5 games into the season. 3rd and 1, Montreal 23. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Montreal's got a boatload of guys all along the line of scrimmage. 1 deep safety, and he's not even deep. Going with this draw play. Carter gets the first down, a gain of 3 to the Montreal 21. Risky play there, and they get away with it. Probably going to see one more play out of Hamilton before the end of the quarter. Still down 22-13. They're on the move, though, starting to threaten. 2 tight ends to his left, two wide receivers bottom right of Dolman's. Hand off to Carter. Up the middle, nothing going on there today. Another tackle, generic, and Craig Gray up in there to stuff the run. Jerry Babineau and the offensive line are not getting that push like they're used to doing, like they did against Winnipeg a couple weeks ago. 2nd and 10 from the 21. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you soon. Hamilton down 13-22 at the start of the 4th quarter. Here we go, start of 3rd quarter, or 4th quarter, rather. Dolman comes out 3 wide receivers. Medium drop. Over the middle, caught by Bosnick, and that is a touchdown. Hamilton 19. Great play by the Tiger Cats. They needed that to get back into this game. A field goal, make it a 2-point lead for the Montreal Alouettes. Ivan Bosnick, the only wide receiver at that end, on that side of the field. Quick slant. Looked like the safety was going for a pick there and missed. Good throw by Dolman, finally making a decent throw. 22-19. All we need is the extra point, which, as we know, is never a gimme. Although the kickers have been good today, to make it 22-20. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. Well, a quick way to start the 4th quarter as Hamilton scores to keep this 22-20 for the Alouettes as we line up for the kickoff. Trying to move to the outside. He's taken down at the Montreal 28. As we see Jeff Mesner and the Montreal offense come out and try and take some more time off this clock. Montreal was a very big lead of time and possession, and they were marching up and down the field in the first half, but it looks like Hamilton's made the adjustments they need to make and have really settled this Montreal offense down. Mesner, the medium drop. Out route looked like Eric France with a catch there. Yes, it was. Tackled by Fletcher immediately. And it's 2nd and 8. Little quick out. Caught it in stride, but Fletcher was all over Eric France on that play. Jeff Mesner having a decent day once again. Approaching the 300-yard mark. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, 2 running backs, running formation. Hamilton shifting linebackers to the left. Looks like they're coming. Oh, they back out of it. Mesner with a quick drop. Quick out to Dawson as he is tackled right away. I believe that was Tony Palermo with the tackle. There again, David Dawson having another 10-catch game. 10 catches for 111. And for the year, Dave Dawson, 42 catches. I believe that's first place, as is the 623 yards and 7 touchdowns he has through the first four games of the season. Ryan White to the left, and that was going nowhere in a hurry. A loss of 3. That looked like more than 3 to me, but they're going to say loss of 3. And once again, Hamilton has stymied this Montreal vaunted offense. They made the adjustments they needed to in the second half, and Montreal has not done a thing in quite some time as they get ready for another punt. Taken out to the right, spin move. Taken down at the Hamilton 40. Decent field position for Dolman. See if he can start getting some plays going. Maybe get Andrew Van Kooten going as well as Bosnick. Van Kooten last week, 4 catches, 117 and 2 touchdowns. 20 for the year. 360 yards for the year and 3 touchdowns. So 2 of those of his 3 last week. Toss to Carter. Spin move, breaks a tackle, but he cannot break the third, and he's actually taken behind the line for 2nd and 11. Good try by Carter, but that play was dead from the start. He had a guy in his face almost immediately after he got the ball. Montreal coming out in the dime. Dolman under center, 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Van Kooten by himself to the top. Draw play to Carter up the middle. Spin move, breaks 1, almost breaks 2 and 3 for a gain of 8. Making it a much more third and manageable. Good play call there. Caught Montreal off guard. Thought for sure the Tiger Cats were going to be throwing. Manageable 3rd and 3. Dan Dolman, this Gold Star quarterback, needs to get himself together and start making some completions. Toss to Carter to the left. This is the kind of play calling we have seen all year long. Got to wonder what they're thinking here. 3rd and 3. It's not something you do on 3rd and 3. Hamilton back to punt once again. He's going to take a chance and try and catch it. Runs it back for a couple yards to the Montreal Charney. Let's look at the division standings for the WFL. In the East Division, Montreal and Winnipeg tied at 3-1. Winnipeg was alone in the top spot till Montreal beat them last week in our game of the week. Hamilton coming into this game 2-2 in 3rd place, and Toronto, 1-3. Toronto fired their offensive coordinator after this week and have decided to go to a completely different offensive style. We'll see how that pans out next week. And off to Ryan White, gaining a yard, maybe 2. No, they're going to call it a yard. Andrew Seniak all over that draw play. In the West Division, you have a tie, top 3 teams tied at 2-2. Calgary, Saskatchewan, and BC, with the lone team at the bottom of the division, again, 1-3 Edmonton, which is surprising, with Edmonton having 2 of the top wide receivers in the game, and they can't do it for some reason. Toss to White, not going anywhere. Tackle behind the line for a loss of 1. They're saying Seniak made the play again. That's 2 plays in a row. And now he gets a chance with Burkholder to pin their ears back and get a shot on Mesner. There's Scott Fletcher having a decent game today, shutting down that run game. Nickel defense. Hamilton rushes 4. Caught over the middle by Traynor, but he went backwards after he made the catch. 4th and 6. Montreal will punt once again. Just over 6 minutes left in the quarter. Hamilton with another shot at redemption, as they're only down by 2. They just need to get into field goal range. Good. Oh, low snap. Hamilton not charging this time. Looking for the return instead. Up the middle, but he is swamped immediately at the 38. No gain. And out comes Dolman with 6 minutes to play. And a chance to play hero. And get them up to 3-2 for the season. Hamilton at their own 38, 1st and 10. Montreal. Brian Carter, 19 for 41. Not a spectacular day. Probably below standards for what we've seen out of him. Dolman with a medium drop. Feels some pressure, moves, throws it over the middle. Intercepted! And that is Goat Island. You do not take that many chances on Goat Island and expect to succeed. Joey Hocevar all over Bosnick on this one. He just had blanket coverage. It was like he was throwing it to Hocevar, not to Bosnick. And out comes Montreal with a chance to put up a 7 and put Hamilton into a 2-score situation. See if Hamilton or Montreal continues with this run game that they've been trying the last couple drives. Toss to right to the left side. Tries to stiff arm to no avail. Generic line or defensive back makes the tackle there. 2nd and 6, gain of 4 for White. This is kind of what you expect out of White. The last 2 weeks, I think, were more of an anomaly. This is a passing offense. Don't kid yourselves. Ryan White's there to get you 50 to 60 yards in a game, just to balance out the defense enough to keep them honest. But this is all about Justin Esner and that right arm. Quick out. Caught by the generic tight end or wide receiver, for a 1st down on the 47. Montreal starting to march down the field. Would have been nice if they had stayed inbounds to keep the clock running. But I'm sure Hamilton's quite happy that they didn't. Dave Dawson, once again, having a fantastic day. Matched up over there with Tony Palermo. Generic at the bottom of the screen, and it looks like Paul Traynor in the slot. Short drop by Mesner. Over the middle. Oh, and my goodness. A little pushing and shoving after the play, but Traynor should have caught that ball, or was it Dave Dawson? They're showing Dawson. I didn't get to see the number, but I thought it was Paul Traynor. Whoever it was should have caught that ball. That was very catchable. 2nd and 10, Montreal 47. Mesner stepping under center. They've been using this formation pretty much exclusively all day. Quick drop by Mesner. Tipped, caught. Tony Palermo at the 40. He gets tackled by Ryan White at the 31-yard line. Tony Palermo not only tips the ball, but he catches his own tip. Fantastic interception on that one. He was all over this play. Look at this. Tips it up, finds it, catches it. Gets a little block. Thought he might have been gone, but Ryan White with the tackle at the 31. There we go. Dolman has a chance to put this game into perspective, make Montreal come back and score. Montreal 31. Hamilton 1st and 10. Coming out 2 tight ends. Montreal in a 4-3. They're usually a 3-4 defense. Very interesting here. Draw play to Carter up the middle. Gain of 5. Montreal looking for a stop here. Like Ivan Bosnick having a decent day. 6 for 107. Couple of touchdowns, I believe. 2 tight ends to Dolman's right. Toss to the right. Carter trying to look for some holes. Nothing doing. Montreal had that red. Craig Gray on the stop. 3rd and 6. I think that may have been a loss of 1. Craig Gray having himself a decent game today. Stopping that run. That's what he's paid to do. 3rd and 6. Hamilton needs this. Trips to the right, or excuse me, to Dolman's left. Carter in the backfield. Deep drop by Dolman. Over the middle. Caught by the generic wide receiver for a 1st down at the 20. Gain of 11. That's what Hamilton needed. They needed a catch by Generic, anybody for that matter, just to get the first down and keep the ball moving, clock moving. They're in field goal range for sure. Even for Generic, he shouldn't have too much trouble kicking that. As Hamilton comes out, 3 wide receivers. Montreal crowding the line. Dolman running the clock down. Medium drop. Little throw over to the right. Is that Bosnick or is that the Generic? Generic wide receiver again. Now they're starting to make the plays that Dolman needs them to make. 8 yards they were gained, 2nd and 2 at the Montreal 12. Hamilton running the clock down at the same time. This is what they needed to do. 2 tight ends to the right. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Montreal crowding the line, 1 deep safety. Dolman surveying the field. Running that clock down. There's a snap. Medium drop. Shuffles around a bit to the right. Caught! And a touchdown for... I can't see who that is. That's the Generic tight end. There was a flag on the play. Personal foul. Nope, I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Not what Hamilton wanted. Oh, my mistake. That was a penalty against the Alouettes. They're pointing in the Hamilton direction. So they will count that as a touchdown, and Hamilton goes up 26-22. Are they going to kick the field goal here? It looks like it. I thought they may try for the 2-pointer and make it a 1-score game. Instead, they're going to go for the 1-pointer and hope that Montreal does not score a touchdown to finish this game off. Kick is up. It is good. Hamilton 27, Montreal 22, 2:53. This game is very exciting. We've seen some very interesting offenses. Montreal scored most of their points in the first half. They were marching up and down the field like no tomorrow. Second half, and Hamilton has turned it around, scored some points, and shut down this vaunted Montreal passing attack with an interception by Tony Palermo setting up that touchdown score. Here's the kick. Takes it at the 9, up the middle. And he gets gang tackled at the 30. Well, here we go. This is what this Montreal air attack is all about. They have 2 minutes and 49 seconds and a chance to take the lead, seeing as Hamilton only took the field goal. I thought they may go for 2. Would have been worth it at this point because at least they would have had a shot. 3 wide receivers. This look has been all day. Mesner under center. Medium drop goes deep. Caught by Paul Traynor. Now they've gone to the hurry up. Try and get a couple of plays off before the 2-minute warning. Desner. Quick snap. Caught again. This time by Dawson. He breaks out. Breaks a first down at the Hamilton 38. And just like that, Montreal has gone almost 25 yards. 30 yards, excuse me. Look at this. Dawson breaking Tony Palermo's tackle to get a first down. Montreal on the move. A few more yards and they're definitely inside field goal range. Not that that'll help them. Need a touchdown here. Hamilton looks like they're coming. Man coverage, toss to the left. Ryan White gains nothing there. 2nd and 10. I think that was just a show me run just to try and keep Hamilton defense honest before they go to pinning their ears back with Seniak and Burkholder. Burkholder's been very quiet today. Hamilton, press coverage. Mesner steps back, shifts to the right, over the middle. Caught by Paul Traynor at the 2-minute warning. We got a good one in our hands here. Montreal marching. Let's just catch by Paul Traynor. A little post route. Davidson gives him a little too much room. And it's a first down. Montreal marching. Hamilton 21. They started at their own 30. with about 3 minutes left in the game. They've moved down this field quickly and efficiently. Mezzer doesn't like what he sees. He's going to change the play. Hamilton playing bump coverage. Looks like they might be blitzing here. Now they back out of it. Mezzer to the left. Caught by Dawson, one-handed. Did he stay in? He did. Touchdown, Alouettes. Dave Dawson, another touchdown. Fantastic day for him today. Watch this catch. Back shoulder. Palermo just misses the swipe of the ball. And just like that, Montreal marches down the field in under 2 minutes to take the lead, possibly again by 2. No, it looks like they are going to go for 2 and make it a 3-point game. Split backs. They're going to toss it to Ryan White with a wide opening. And just like that, they've made it a field goal game. White telling Hamilton fans, or you guys can go to sleep. This game is done. I don't know if you can say that for sure. But just like that, it is now 30-27. Hamilton has a chance to tie the game with just under 2 minutes to go. Kick is off. Going to be taken at the 6. Spin move. Doesn't get much. Taken down at the 27, so gain of 21. Well, this is the final chance for Dolman. 1st and 10 at their own 27. They need to get to at least probably the 30 of the Alouettes for any chance of kicking that field goal. 3 wide receivers. Carter to the immediate right of Dolman. Deep drop. Knocked down by the generic safety. That looked like it was thrown at the generic safety. 2nd and 10 for the Tiger Cats. Two tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Interesting for, three wide receivers. Dolman with a deep drop. Over the middle. Caught by the generic. And they're hurrying it up. 3rd down. This is definitely 4-down territory. Same formation. Press coverage by the Alouettes. Dolman, quick out. Over to Carter. He's got room. He's got lots of it. Oh, my goodness. He stayed in bounds. He should have gotten out. 1st down, though. Hamilton in the hurry up once again. Press coverage again by Montreal. Dolman with a deep drop over the middle. Caught. That was Van Kooten, I believe. Hurry up some more. Dolman caught up to the 50. Hamilton still has all 3 of their timeouts. Dolman with the medium drop. Again over the middle. That one was almost intercepted. Looking for Bosnick on that one. Threw it into coverage. 2nd and 10 at the Montreal 49. They need to get at least to the Montreal 30, I would say. Probably another 19 yards to at least attempt the field goal. Their kicker has been decent today. There's Ivan Bosnick. Targeted a lot. Making a lot of plays today. Look at the corners backing way off. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top of your screen. Dolman making an audible. Quick drop to the outside, caught by Van Kooten, and he's taken out of bounds at the 42. 3rd and 3. 55 seconds left. Hamilton is marching and trying to make a game of it. See what they can do. Here comes Dan Dolman, 3 wide to the top of the screen. Bosnick down here by himself. Looks like Montreal's in man coverage. Quick drop. Over to the outside here to Bosnick. One-handed catch. Oh, he does not make it. Dropped. Bosnick's had 1 drop. To his 6 receptions, he's had well over 100 yards. A couple touchdowns. Definitely a good day for Bosniak. See what Dolman can do here. 4th and 3. This is the game. If they can get a first down and keep on marching. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the bottom of your screen. Van Kooten's by himself at the top. Dolman over the middle, and it is dropped. Again, the generic wide receiver costing Dolman the game, it looks like, as Montreal puts a stop at 4th and 3. This is a wide open. He should have made this catch. That's what happens when you throw to the generics. You're really risking it. Hamilton defense now hoping that they can stop Montreal from running the clock out and give their offense a chance to score again. Scott Fletcher looking to make the plays he needs to make. Hamilton's crowding the line, expecting run. Jumbo by Alouettes. Weinreit with the give. Out to the left, a gain of 4. Hamilton takes their first of 3 timeouts. Let's go. Montreal comes to the line once again. You expect them to run jumbo formation. Hamilton crowding the line. Mesner doesn't like what he sees. Going to change the play. I don't know what it would be, too. Maybe a different type of run. Toss to the outside. White trying to get some room. That was shut down immediately. Hamilton takes a timeout. 3rd and 8 on the Montreal 44. Hamilton may get this ball back. See if Montreal comes out and tries to pass, or if they just take another run. Looks like a traditional formation, so they could be running or passing. Hamilton press coverage. Still crowding the line. 8 men in the box. Hand off to White. He is taken immediately down in the backfield. Generic linebacker or safety with the tackle. Hamilton takes their final timeout, so Dolman will get the ball back with a chance to score. With just under probably, say, 30 seconds left, he'll have to make it happen. As Montreal looks to pin them deep. Hamilton going with the coverage look. I don't think they're going to be blocking. They want to try and get a return here. Going to run it back, and he goes nowhere. Gain of maybe 2 to the Hamilton 23, so we'll say a gain of 3. As Dan Dolman and Andrew Van Kooten and Ivan Bosniak and Brian Carter try and do something with this. 29 seconds left. Been quite a game here. Hamilton really shutting down the vaunted Alouettes offense in the second half, only giving up the 1 touchdown. Hamilton with 4 wides, Dolman under center. Medium drop. Quick out to Carter. Spin move, gets away from 1. And the tackle at the 27. Gotta hurry up. Hamilton, no timeouts. Dolman under center. Taking a long time here. 12 seconds left. Dolman. Quick out to Bosniak. Tackled at the 8. Are they going to get another playoff in time? It doesn't look like it. 3, 2. That is the ball game. As the Montreal Alouettes defeat the Hamilton Tiger Cats in Hamilton 30-27. I'm Jimmy Stevens. I hope you enjoyed this WFL game.